Hey, for a guy who said he never needed pro wrestling again, like there's not enough money in the world to get him back in the ring. He's been all over the place. Look at this. Of course he's hanging out in OVW. You know, I'm sure that the genius booking of Al Snow is going to save his career. Worst of the bottom of the barrel. WORST. A pox upon the Milky Way galaxy. Enzo Amore. Despite the fact in this video that he says, and I will repeat that he said this before, there's not enough money in the world to put me in a wrestling ring again, or a ring, just a ring. He didn't say wrestling, he said a ring again. Funnily enough, and despite the fact that he, like he said, he was in the rap game, he was recording albums, and that he was doing a ton of television content, and that he was sitting on all these great opportunities. For some reason, he still circled back to pro wrestling and tried to get back into the swing of things. Let's go see what he's been up to. Real one, of course. Getting up there, 37. All right. Well, let's take a look at the career here, shall we? Oh, first, I didn't even know. I didn't even take the time. 5.36 is his cage match rating. 5.36. Going from 7.50 when he started in 2013, which is pretty high, 6 ratings. But look at that, like 16 ratings in 2014 has him up to 7.31. And boy, oh boy, what a journey. What a journey to 4.81 in 2024. He got 21 ratings in 2024. 2018 was the moment that things dropped. It was the worst times of his career. 3.37 average rating off of 27 reviews. This would match up with when the allegations happened, right? So then, obviously he was getting review bombed. Let's take a look at what's been going on recently. Hey, for a guy who said he never needed pro wrestling again, like there's not enough money in the world to get him back in the ring. He's been all over the place. Look at this. Look at this. Oh yeah, I remember that little stint in MLW. I remember the little stint in MLW, right, with Mance Warner. There you go. Jacob Fatu defeating Enzo Real One by DQ in 2 minutes. Jacob Fatu, the same guy who is standing face to face with Roman Reigns in a ring and people are popping for. It's the match they want now. Jacob Fatu in a DQ victory over the Real One. Defeated Casey Navarro, ACH, Lindsay Dorado. Let's bring back 205 Live, brothers. Look at this. Of course, he's hanging out in OVW. Of course, he's hanging out in OVW. I'm sure that the genius booking of Al Snow is going to save his career, right? Of course. Of course. Then he had this one match in New Japan, which was on at the All-Star Junior Festival last year, where everyone was sort of saying, what the hell is he doing here? Look at Rocky throwing him a bone, teaming with Jack Cartwheel and Starboy Charlie. And he somehow, and y'all know how New Japan matches work, right? He somehow gets the microphone before the match starts to cut a promo. And it was a bad promo. And I remember doing the review for that for Voices of Wrestling. And I had said, brother, you don't need to cut a promo to get the audience to hate you. The audience already hates you. So for a guy who nonetheless said, there's not enough money to get me back in the ring, it would seem that all these promotions are just oozing with money to be able to squeeze it out and give lump sums, these amazing lump sums that forced Enzo Amore, real one, to rethink his trajectory and be like, I have to renege on my word. I said I'd never go back into the ring, but look at the money OVW is throwing at me. Look at the money SSW Entertainment is throwing at me. Look at the money Tigers Pro Wrestling has for me. MCW Pro. How about East Coast Pro Wrestling or Championship Wrestling from Memphis? The United Wrestling Network. Dungeon Wrestling. Dungeon Wrestling. One of the richest promotions in the land. Well, to his credit, he put a local guy over. Mo Jabari. All of these promotions who just have all this money. All just oozing with cash. Metroplex Wrestling. That juggernaut. Failure to conform wrestling. I mean, Jesus, if there was ever a promotion made for Enzo, right? Oh, he fought Dylan McQueen. Look at that. Anyway, let's look at some of these ratings. Oh, we got a fresh one here. We got a fresh one from June this year. Enzo's main attribute was his promo skills. And to be honest, I never really got why the fans loved it so much. I found a few of his lines here and there funny, but for the most part, thought he was talking nonsense. I did like Big Cass and Enzo as a pairing, but looking back on their careers, since I think Enzo probably ruined Cass's chance in WWE. He was actively bad in the ring and made mistakes on simple moves for a big stage he was on. I tried to judge him from a fresh slate when he appeared in MLW and outside a couple of segments with Jacob Fatu. I've not really enjoyed that either. 1.5 stars. Which is a 3, I guess. I guess that makes sense. And look at this. We got 14-0 rankings. And we got 4-10 rankings. Should we compare and contrast? Should we look for we got a 0 here from 2022. A handful of years ago, I would have give Vince McMahon's vision another chance. But I swear every damn time I turned on Raw, it was this thing making me want to not watch anything before, after, and especially during it. That's go away heat, full tilt, brother. Worst of the bottom of the barrel. WORST, a pox upon the Milky Way galaxy. That's a really fun one. Like if I ever get a true to form hater, like worse hater than DGMC is. If I get a real deal hater, this is the kind of promos and reviews I want them to leave. That was what a journey. What a journey that one was. We got a 10 here. Written by Cool Kyle in 2021. A 10 out of 10 rating on Cagematch. Enzo was one of the most talented people on the mic in the last decade. His shit talk was effortless. It's a shame it went downhill for him so fast. I always hated how people complained about Enzo burying people on the mic. I can bury myself on the mic, by the way. It was much more a case of the other wrestlers not being able to keep up. And for that, Cool Kyle decided that Enzo was worthy of a 10 out of 10 on Cagematch. We got another 0 here, written by Garrett Kidney in 2019. Absolutely 0 redeeming qualities. Couldn't perform even the simplest of moves to save his life. His promos were absolute torture. Looks like a psychopath. No wonder Pac couldn't get out of WWE sooner. What? No wonder Ring of Honor dropped him after just one run-in. Wait, what? What? No wonder Pac couldn't get out of WWE sooner? What does that mean? What does that mean? What's the connection here? What does Enzo have to do with Pac not being able to get out of WWE? Is there lore that I'm not aware of? Is there something that I legitimately do not remember? So that's the story? Enzo beat Pac for the Cruiserweight title and Pac left because of it. Okay. Pac wanted out, and then when Enzo was in 205 Live, 305 Live, that's a great typo. A great typo. Let's have 305 Live. Just like Haas fights. Okay, thank you, chat. I probably knew this, but it was relegated to memory. I'm not going to lie. I could not remember. Here's another zero right here. Oh my God, what is the punishment of Enzo Amore? This is by Lexino73. The company had a lot of sick gimmicks, but this fellow stands out in a special way. Let it pretty good on the microphone, but this is all limited. For me, he is a complete zero, a vile person in both image and in life, hypocrite and scumbag, you fucking fuck. So this was most likely after the allegations. Yeah, we're seeing a bunch of zeros. I want to see a 10. Here's a 10 from WWE fan 1990. And this was written in 2017. 10 out of 10 here. He's a great talker. He just needs to improve more on his wrestling skill. That way he can be rated better. You gave him 10 out of 10. You can't rate him better than that. What is he talking about? What is this person talking about? He gave him 10 out of 10. And he says, if he can wrestle better, he can be rated better. How? You legitimately gave him a perfect score. Just a guy who focuses on promos a lot, but has some skill he learned. Maybe one last one, the Big Blue Machine, which is a 0 out of 10. Terrible as an Adam Sandler movie, less good in the ring than someone like Ryback or Santino Marella. Enzo Amore is the worst wrestler in WWE and probably one of the worst in the world at the moment. This was in 2017. But you know how it is. The worse, the better in WWE. He's Cruiserweight champion, and he'll be a mainstay in the division until, well, I don't know. WWE wanted to destroy the Cruiserweight division, and they did it. That's tremendous. Well, there you go. Enzo Amore, who, despite all of his opportunities, had to fall back on that stupid old pro wrestling that he thought he could just do away with forever. Godspeed. Don't give up on your dreams, though. Enzo, if you're watching, don't give up on your dreams, brother. Go off and do anything else. Just, never mind pro wrestling. It's nice that a good, wholesome dude like Big Bill Morrissey is looking out for you, but we're good. You know what? We're really good. Thank you. Hold on to your rap ambitions. Make sure that you get back onto that ton of television content you're working on. Enzo, we're counting on you. You don't need wrestling. You don't need wrestling. You've forsaken it before. You forsook pro wrestling, Enzo. It doesn't need you. You don't need it.